Well, hello there. Good morning. How is everyone? I hope you're all well. Yes, I am still holding this mic because I'm still waiting on stuff that should have arrived yesterday. So I'm yeah. Anyway, straight into the meat and potatoes, and we're going to try and ignore the mic like I am. So look, we've got a fair bit to get through, so I'm going to make this as quick as possible. And I'm going to do that initially by not allowing the introduction to the video to roll on too long. I see what I did wrong there. Anyway, straight into the meat and potatoes. So first of all, let's cover Dana Smithers, because there seems to be a problem. People are seemingly not understanding how Bryan Kohberger got brought into the Dana Smithers situation at all. In fact, only a few hours ago, even Bryan Enton himself, the master of knowledge, he didn't know. And he'd spoken to Dana's sister. He'd spoken to her. It's all kind of confusing to them. They don't understand. You should tell that to the New York Post, as they have a different story, and that is that the reason why Bryan Kohberger got brought into this case at all is because of online sleuths. Now, online sleuths apparently reached out to Dana's sister via their Facebook group, Find Dana, and would proceed to tell them that they need to look into Bryan Kohberger because he was, in fact, around this area where she went missing around the time that she disappeared. And this appeared to be credible information. So Dana's sister went and spoke to law enforcement. And there we have the ball started to be rolling then. So it would appear that is exactly why Bryan Kohberger got pulled into it, because of online sleuths. They thought Bryan was involved and helped the family. They even thanked them. I've got a message. I've got a thing on screen here that shows that he was helping them. Not he was helping them, they were helping them. The people who pointed them in the wrong direction. Right direction? Wrong direction. Definitely the wrong direction. Because Bryan Kohberger had an alibi, which it would have kind of been nice to have checked that first before throwing him under the bus. Now look, I know there's a lot of hate for Bryan Kohberger right now, and understandably so, considering the position that he's in and the potential that he has been involved in this heinous crime. But, look, like I said yesterday, you can't just see a limping cat and say, fuck me, Bryan Kohberger did it. So let's not go down that road, because this is where it ends up. You end up accusing, pointing the finger, and it's not him. But anyway, back on to the next thing that we're going to speak about today, and that is Google Trends. And the world has gone mad. And when I say world, I don't mean the big wide world. I mean the world of true crime and YouTube, because there's been Google Trends of Bryan Kohberger suspect, and it's piqued interest. This is what it's been searched. The computer box tells you that that's what's been searched, and people are thinking, sheesh, they're even looking at him as being a suspect in something years ago. Years ago, I tell you. And obviously that don't look good. Don't look good at all. But then if you start doing other searches, like Bryan Kohberger missing, that gets a hit. Bryan Kohberger knife, which again doesn't look good, because obviously this crime. I'm surprised that the people who are reporting on these Google Trends didn't kind of go through like I did and put a few things in and have a look at a few things, because Google Trends, to me, is flawed. Seems to be flawed to me. Because if you look and search, you can do this yourself. I'm just telling you, you can do it. And if you search to the likes of Xana Kernodle, Ethan Chapin, Kaylee Gonsalves, Madison Mogan, all of them seem to have sparked an interest. I believe it was the 1st of January 2022. No searches, no real searches, but then 1st of January 2022, everything went nuts. And that, to me, seems a little bit odd. Did you know also, if you search Bryan Kohberger dog, that also gets a big hit. you can search a few things on Bryan Kohberger and it gets a hit. Most interesting, you can search Bryan Kohberger Elantra and you get some pretty crazy results on Bryan Kohberger Elantra as well, seemingly dating right back to 2004. So you then have to think to yourself, well, why would somebody, an amount of people, seemingly be searching Bryan Kohberger Elantra in 2004? Did Bryan Kohberger have an Elantra in 2004? I'm pretty sure he didn't. So was Bryan Kohberger a suspect of anything back in 2004? You tell me. You tell me. Tell me. But that is pretty much the main things that are being spoken about at the moment. Google Trends and how he was connected to the Dana Smithers case. It's not really anything else worth talking about right now. I'm sure that somebody somewhere will manage to make a video that is 2 hours long, 3 hours long maybe, discussing something. But until then, I'll catch you all in the next one.